Okay, this is gonna be a very short video, but it's not even a video. It's like the picture and audio because I'm trying to tell a story here. But I have never told you guys about my aunt Sylvia. So if you are following the I don't like my grandma like series on this channel, you might just be in this phase of you're like, okay, Alivia is a racist and she hates her grandma because her grandma doesn't like black people and whatever you believe. So there's a bunch of like Latino people here who are like, yeah, well, her grandma's Latino and she's Catholic, and because Olivia's atheist, it's a religious thing, so that's the reason. No. It's mostly about morality. It's despite religion. It's a morality thing. My grandma wasn't a good person, but it wasn't just her. She had sisters. So she had actually two sisters. So they were like a trio of awful women. I don't know another way to say it. They were all bad, but they were bad in different ways. So that she had a sister, Margaret, who was George's mother. She was better. She had a lot of influence in terms of the Black Panther Party. So while she was kind of a, what do you call it? The marriage market, people who marry for money. She's one of those people. She used the wealth that she acquired to help to advance Black liberation. So she hosted a lot of Black Panther parties at her mansions and shit. At the same time, like, when you're sleeping around for, and it wasn't like she was sleeping around for money, because she definitely was like married. She wasn't like a whore, but this wasn't about like falling in love with your soulmate. It was about acquiring wealth for beauty and like using your beauty to like level up, and then from that, gaining privilege and access, and using that privilege and access to support other Black people that she felt should get ahead. But the sister that I want to talk about today is Sylvia. Sylvia is the most interesting of them all, mostly because my mother hates Sylvia. Like, they had a very, I don't understand their relationship at all. I was never close to Sylvia. I don't know much about her. Definitely did not grow up like attending any of her events. Not really very close with her family members. But I do know that she married for money. She was like my grandmother's best friend. They were both very Creole. They spoke that little French language that is like the Black New Orleans Creole language with each other. It was all very anti-Black, but it was very pretty femme, like exotical sort of language or whatever. But Sylvia married a guy in the Bay Area. I think she had two husbands or maybe three, but one of them started the Bell Bonds company in the Bay Area. So she has always had a lot of money, and every time we would go to their homes, they were just like insane, like just on the top of the hill. It's like just very, it wasn't even like that snazzy. It's not like well, I'm not going to talk about where I am now, but we'll talk about that maybe next year. But it was like Black wealth, for whatever that means. So, Black wealth in the Bay Area. She definitely wasn't living in the flatlands. She was like living in the hills and stuff, and she married for money, and that's a real thing that you can do. And I guess I wanted to bring her up today because I feel like there's not enough representation of or there's this idea that all the Black women are like sitting around impoverished and there's not a cream of the crop, and like there's not like dividends from being the cream of the crop. Like, we need that story told a little bit more. So I'm just here to like let you know that story does exist, and though like her family and her her daughters and her nieces and grandchildren and stuff, I don't think they're all living off of their money, because like I know they have jobs and they do things as well, but there's still quite a lot of privilege that like comes with that. Like, I told you guys about the privilege that I've had myself, and that's not even just coming from, like, my mom or dad. It's coming from, like, my brother and who his dad is. Like, my brother's aunt is Karyn White, who's a really famous black singer. Just, like, growing up, being able to, like, go to her home as a child, you know, like, that's crazy. Like, seeing that amount of wealth. But at the same time, when we're talking about me specifically, I build things for myself. I do not believe that those black people and their money or their influence contribute in any way to my story or my success. Like, I seriously believe that, like, I am creating my own legacy, and it has nothing to do with them. And the reason that I believe that so deeply is because I think that those black people specifically believe that the very small amount of influence that they've had in the world is enough. Like, I don't think they believe they have to do any more. They're done. They're cooked. And I find that to be kind of pathetic. Like, why would you believe that the one thing that you've done in life is enough to secure your well-being or your family's well-being for their entire life? When you've done, like, one thing, you had, like, one music video that was popular, and in your mind, you believe that you've, like, changed the world. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think that you're Harriet Tubman. I think that you are a washed-up singer, and your money doesn't go as far. And I feel like I have personally out-earned you in a couple of years of having a semi-career, and I live and stand by that. So everyone else can feel their feelings.